when you're asking somebody, hey, let's talk about that kind of Firebase type product. Would you pay $100 for it? Here's the Stripe page. And they say, not really. What's the follow-up question to figure out where to go next? Because like what I'm trying to get to is like a lot of times founders focus on, okay, just figuring out, okay, is my idea valid? Will somebody pay for it? And if they hear a no, sometimes it's like, okay, that's the end of the call. But you guys were going a little further and you were kind of then figuring out, okay, if these people are not that excited about it, what other problems do they have that we could solve? So how were you asking that question?
Yeah. So I think before you ask them to put in their credit card on the Stripe page, I would treat it like a actual sales process, right? And in an actual sales process, the most important part is the discovery, right? So hopefully you're leading this discussion with some form of discovery process that uncovers, what pain points that your prospect has in relation to your solution. With any good discovery process, you should be able to get the prospect, to talk as much as they can, right, about, the pain point that resonates with them. And so in that process, if you're trying to validate your idea and you find that, maybe this problem is already solved, right? The prospect is actually not that concerned about this problem that I'm trying to solve. Well, that's a pretty clear indication. Maybe this is, some form of invalidation. But hopefully in that discovery process, rather than asking yes, no questions, right? You can make it more open-ended, right? And you can use that as a process to really understand who your buyer is or who your ICP is, and what kind of their day-to-day life looks like, right? They have problems. Every person has problems that they're willing to pay for, right? And I think software developers, coming from being a software developer myself, right, we have some intuition of like, okay, here's kind of the shape of a software developer's workflow in their life and the types of problems that they're likely to experience. So, kind of just having that discussion in an open-ended way. And again, I would compare this to a good discovery process that, a salesperson would have to really try and understand who their buyer is, what their day-to-day life is, what they care about, right? What are they motivated by, right? Is their goal to ship as much code as possible? Is their goal to, get this feature to market so they can close this customer, right? So beyond just a surface level, like, will you buy my products? Hopefully you can get deeper into what is the, motivators, like as a person, what motivates them, right? Like, what do they really care about? And maybe my specific, version of this product isn't aligned with that. But, from that root cause of what do they care about, what problems do they have, you hopefully can have enough conversations to get some intuition of, here are potential solutions to, well, first of all, what their actual problems are, and then here are what potential solutions might be.